Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Lifetime Christmas movies.
Hi, I'm Patrick Serrano, and I'm a Lifetime movie expert.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I despise Lifetime Christmas movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host his podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
It is true. It is Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
For the Lifetime movies, too. That was
That's
a little
right.
rhyme
Wow.
I made up.
Yeah. You remember that one year Lifetime really went hard on it and was like, Summer of Santas, let's do it.
Summer of Santas.
Oh, yikes.
Yes.
Patrick remembers.
Now, I'm excited about this because, Patrick, we decided for Christmas in July, instead of just doing some of the Lifetime Christmas movies that, we haven't covered over the years, what if we do the few like thriller ones that are like Christmas adjacent? Because when I want a Lifetime movie, I just want it to be a Lifetime movie.
It's true. These are way more enjoyable than the Lifetime Christmas offerings. So I love a murder with a Christmas tree in the background. Give me that any day.
I think
Lifetime hasn't cracked the code on this yet.
A murder. And you know what? We tried to help them crack that code, and we had 2 or 3 meetings with them of a pitch where we had cracked the code of murder and Christmas tree. And I think we were close, but we didn't get it.
That's not what they want to do.
We didn't get it. That's not what they want to do, because I thought it was about a perfect pitch, and we had 3 meetings. I thought it was going really well. So I'm not mad at them.
That's incredible.
But it's clearly not what they want to do, because we cracked it. I'm telling you, we cracked it.
Yeah, they're not Shudder. Shudder's gonna just take that over, and Lifetime will acquire like
Shudder.
Yeah,
Shudder's like a streaming service for scary movies.
Oh no, yeah, we know about Shudder. We've covered some Christmas movies.
Yeah, he was
with
saying.
Oh,
we
you're
should
saying-
pitch.
we should pitch our idea to Shudder.
All right,
But it's not
okay.
Shudder
We'll talk
enough
about
for
it.
that.
We'll talk about it off air, so no one steals your idea.
That's right. But I'm excited. Like the ones that we're doing 3, and I think they get like progressively less Christmassy as the month goes on,
Cool.
because we've already done a couple of these, and so the ones that were like Christmassy, we've already done, and so I think the last one's just snow. So it's like it gets like there's less Christmas trees as the month goes on. But this one's Christmas even in airport. So.
Come on, that's Christmas.
Doesn't get more Christmassy than that, right?
That's exactly
It's like-
right.
What's the name of the movie again?
You better
What is
watch
the name
out.
of the movie?
You better
watch out.
Okay, this is Christmassy.
It's Christmassy.
Yeah.
Excited to dive into it. And excited to see you at Bramblefest in just a couple, like a week. What is it? A
8
week and a
days?
half now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna be there. The Lifetime game show is getting prepared, so don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm getting all the clips.
that's right.
I'm excited. I've seen it. You've sent me an email. I don't look at I don't look at it though.
Yeah, because
I
you're
just
going to
need
play the game.
stuff to get it on the screen.
Yes.
But I'm not. I
just
take the
now I
integrity.
know what happens if somehow your team wins.
No.
Okay.
I promise.
Do you think we'll ever do a year where you and I are on the same team? There's no way,
I don't
right?
think so.
There's no way.
I got to tell you the truth. Last year I lost. I remember. And not only did I get not only did I get the presentation ahead of time, I had to do some edits to it ahead of time.
And you still lost?
Because I take it very seriously.
Good for you.
The integrity of the Lifetime Game Show Palooza, to me,
It's just nothing higher.
there's nothing
That's
higher.
up there with stealing the deckies. You don't want to do it. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. There's no. What's that one where they were like the game show where they were giving the answers to the people?
Oh,
You remember that? In like
the
the
quiz,
60s?
yeah, because the movie was Quiz Show. It's a great movie.
Quiz show. Yeah,
Marty
so
and
good.
on the
So-
waterfront. They had him missing on purpose.
None of that.
None of that
happening
going on.
here.
That's right.
We're not about
Right.
that. We're about it's a serious thing. And this year at Bramblefest, Jax is going to be co-hosting with you the Lifetime Game Show Palooza, which I think is going to
You're
add a
just giving
whole
stuff
nother
away left
I know.
and right
I
out
think
here.
it's going to add a whole nother element to it.
Oh, just get ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Me and Jax, it's always a good time. So
You know,
will we
I'm sure
coordinate
the
our
plan-
outfits? I don't know.
I'm sure the plan, the meetings where you guys have been planning.
oh, they've been crazy.
have just been.
Yeah.
Oh, so fun. So fun.
Have you guys that aren't actually talking
Yeah.
about the game? You're just talking about outfits.
That's great.
She just says 2 peppermint mochas the whole time.
That's
I'm
right.
like, Jax, I can
we
hear
got
you.
it. You're live.
Yeah.
You're not
Live.
on
You're-
delay. Like you're here.
You're in the room.
Yeah.
You're in the room.
Meetings with her are interesting. Sure,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, it's going to be a lot of fun. So come on, deckthehallmark.com/fest. You can get virtual tickets and stream along live
So fun.
all next weekend.
I know we've got to do this, but I listened to our best of episodes because you work so hard on them. The double deckers work so hard on them.
Amazing.
And it reminds me of things where we actually were funny throughout the year that I've forgotten about. And I got to the part where Patrick he never breaks. Patrick is the most like a bit is not funny. I'll just smile and get through it. He doesn't. He hears the I'm lonely for the first time and he cannot stop laughing.
Yeah.
He's actually crying laughing.
So good.
One of the best moments of the
Why do you
year.
have that still?
He has it
It's
forever.
never going away.
When he finds out that that's not supposed to be a song, that's just a line of dialogue, he cannot compose himself. What a moment.
Yeah.
What a moment in the
good.
best of.
I want
Just
to watch
wanted
that movie with you. You would love
Oh, that movie's a riot.
You would have a lot of fun.
I've seen it. I remember
Oh,
that
you have
part.
seen it.
But yeah, I'll watch it again. Sure, why not?
Let's watch it together. It'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, you better watch out. It was from 2024.
Okay.
We just didn't.
Surprising.
We
to
didn't
me.
cover it on this here. When did it air?
Like the actual day.
Yeah, do you remember?
I posted it on December 5th. The blog.
Okay.
So
It just didn't get chosen by you guys.
It
You
didn't
guys
get
choose
chosen.
the 4 or 5 we do. Right?
Right.
I will say in years past we've strayed away from the Lifetime Movie Network, which I think is where this did, except for that one time we did the Thriller, but it aired after Christmas.
Yep.
So that's why.
Yeah,
it made
usually
sense to do
Brand
that.
goes for like the big names over at Lifetime.
Right.
When we're picking like brands, like who is the front runner of the stars of the Lifetime
big deals.
Christmas?
Who are the big deals? And I don't know who this is. Who is this lead in this movie?
So the movie stars, the better watch out. It stars Monet Moves.
Monet
Great name.
moves.
Monet
is it-
Monet Moines.
Monet Moines,
Maybe
but-
there's a Y.
Monet Moves.
It's either a
Moines.
Y or a V.
Moyes.
I guess I'm going to look it up on IMDb again.
Monet moves though. I will say that she does like walk around in this movie. And
She does.
stuff like that, yeah.
Hey, what's Monet
So
doing?
that
Moving
She's moving. Jenna Zhu, and Michael.
This movie
Silver-
stars Monet Moves and Jenna Zhu. I don't believe you for a second.
Sounds like a
Michael,
buddy comedy.
Monet Moyes.
Okay, got it.
And Jenna Zhu is
Yeah,
probably
Zhu.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready
And then
for Michael. Go ahead.
Michael Silverblatt.
Michael Silverblatt.
Silverblatt.
Yes.
Silverblatt.
Yes. Silver
It's like
Black.
silver
This is
bells.
a fun cast of names.
Great cast. Great.
Monet
cast.
Moves and Michael Silverblatt.
Lisa Long.
That's right.
Yeah, we love them all.
We love them.
We do.
I haven't seen any of them in another Lifetime movie, but we should get them in another one.
The
maybe
lead reminds me of someone, and I can't. It was driving me nuts while I was watching.
she's
this
like
movie.
that girl in middle school who's like, good at drawing and like
Does
art
she
class.
remind you of someone?
Yes.
But I don't know who it is.
It's the girl who's super earnest in what she plays on Hallmark. Everything. She looks like she's about to cry all the time. Why
Oh.
can't I think of who that is?
Jessica Alba.
It is.
yes, she's Jessica Alba of Lifetime.
It's Jessica Alba, right?
It's Holland
Looks like she's
Roden.
gonna cry.
That's who I think
She
she
does
looks
look
like.
a
She
skosh
looks like Holland Roden. Holland
Sure, I
Roden.
can see that. Yeah.
That's who it is.
Okay, let's do this.
You wanna do the
you
movie?
better watch out. Patrick, you and I watched the movie. Dan, you have not. You're going to get to experience
You got it.
it through us telling you about it, and I'll let Patrick take it away.
Yes. So remember, this is a scary Lifetime movie, but there's Christmas scattered throughout the movie in the background. Okay, so for your imagination,
Yes.
we start out. We have a young girl. She is like locked in an airplane hangar or museum. I'm not quite sure what it was.
Yeah, it was a museum,
Okay, like
and I don't know
like
why.
Kitty
I
Hawk.
don't know why.
Kitty Hawk in
Yeah.
North Carolina? Like the flight
Yeah.
museum? Okay.
That's what it seemed like to me. There was airplanes like kind of hanging around. There was like a statue. She's like freaking out. She's like, "Hello, I'm locked in this. I'm locked in here. Let me out." And then she gets kidnapped or maybe killed. We don't know.
We don't know. It all happened so fast. They're like,
Yep.
it's closing, and she was like, "Okay," and then the doors were like chained shut, and it was like, "Oh wow, this happened so fast."
Oh, that's how I close at the theater I work at. I just turn out the lights, lock the
closing.
doors.
See ya. You don't have to do anything else. There's
Shane
no
it,
cleaning
right?
required.
Padlock it.
Yeah.
Shut her down.
People are in the bathroom. I'm like, too bad.
Speaking of
that's your
Bramblefest
bed for the
again,
night.
that was The second year when we were at the theater, it ended, and I was like, all right, time to go home. And then you look around, and it's like, it's all on us, everybody. We've got stuff to do for the next 3 hours.
That's right. We got places to go.
Yeah.
People to see.
It's exciting
Yeah.
times.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we meet our protagonist, who we cut to an airport. She's getting ready
An
for
actual
a flight.
airport, not a museum of airports.
Not a
Not a
museum
Kitty Hawk
airport, a
situation.
real airport.
Got it.
She's trying to get home on Christmas Eve because her sister's pregnant.
Yes.
And she wants to be there for the birth.
Yeah.
You know.
Her
As
mother,
you do.
her sister is Mary.
Good God.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point. Very Christmassy.
Thank
That's
you.
the most Christmassy.
Did
That's
you
right.
know?
Yeah, they did an interesting
but-
thing on Lifetime where they made a movie about baby Jesus, where it's just like not really the
It's
point
in the
of the movie.
background.
It's
It's
the
just like,
background.
virgin birth, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Got it.
Yeah. You've all heard the
Totally.
story, but do you know about her sister trying to make it there?
Yes.
Would
yes.
watch.
So that's Aubrey. Aubrey has a fear of flying. We learn later that it's because her parents died in a car crash,
Okay.
and she was going to fly to meet them and for like a trip, but she didn't go because she's scared of flying. So she blames herself.
Yeah.
It's very convoluted, but
It is.
basically,
Did it
She
throw
blames
you
herself.
off when she there's a couple times, Dan, where it cuts to her talking to her therapist, and her therapist is British. And the first time it happened, I was like, what's happening right now? Why is this random British woman in this movie? And I didn't know if it was somebody in her mind, like if her inner voice was British,
What?
or if it was, I think it's her counselor. I think it's her
Yeah.
counselor based on the
It's like a
later
flashback.
scene. But that they do it again later, and it definitely seems like it's a therapist. But the first time when she's like getting ready to like go through security or whatever, and it cuts to the British woman, I was like, is her inner voice British? I would love that.
You'd love it.
she just
I'd
has
love
a lot of trauma from
Lot of
flying.
trauma.
So just know that she's not a good flyer. She's a nervous flyer,
She's a
Nervous
nervous
flyer.
which
Are
I
you?
can't relate to.
You can?
I cannot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm like surprisingly fine with it. Like for as afraid of heights as I am, there's something about planes where it just like doesn't seem real. Like when I'm up there, I'm like, this is. Once you get past a certain point, it's no longer scary.
Not being in control of whatever's moving us through time and space is always a little bit tough for me. But there's something about flying that as soon as I sit down, I just go, there's no other better way to do this. So my brain goes, this isn't what you want. And then my brain then goes, you don't have another choice. And as soon as my brain tells me I don't have another choice, I just get comfortable, turn on a movie, and that's the end of it. But I do have an initial feeling of, I'm not flying this thing, so I don't trust it. That's a me problem. But then I get past it pretty quickly.
I get
don't have a
freaked out when
choice.
I think about the fact that I can't leave. Like if the minute that enters my mind where I'm stuck in this
We're giving
thing.
people that are afraid of flying all kinds of new
Bravo
fears.
Fest next week.
That's right.
Good.
Fly on down and
Yeah.
join us.
It's gonna be a
Come
lot
on
of fun.
down.
That's right.
Yeah, my brain says, "Where's the snacks?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, when's the snack cart coming? That's right.
Yeah. So and like, I hope I don't have to pee because I hate getting up on the plane.
Oh, that's the worst.
I don't like going to the bathroom on the plane, so I only do short flights.
There
like
is
the Bramble
nothing
Fest.
worse. There's nothing worse than like having a middle or window seat and having to pee, and you look over and the aisle person is asleep.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh, so sad.
I always sit in the aisle for a number of reasons, but knee being one of them, but also that.
yeah.
I'm just like, I
Yeah.
would like to be able to get up and move if I want to get up and move.
Yeah.
Like we flew to London, or on the way back from London, I was just like, I have to stand up. I can't do. I
were you,
can't.
were you going to therapy?
I wasn't going to therapy on the plane. That would have been great.
All British, all British people are.
Yeah,
therapists.
that's why I went over there.
That's
It's the only therapist I could find.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's a lot. He does it every week.
Yeah. It's a full flight every week. I could
Okay,
go
so
once
does,
a month.
So does Aubrey. So does Aubrey.
crazy.
So it doesn't help. The therapy doesn't help her trauma of flying. Everything goes wrong on this flight. Her seatmate is chatty. Her seatmate's like, "Oh, I love talking. Get ready to talk to me." There's a
The
kid like
whole
kicking her
time,
seat.
the whole flight, she's like, I'm going to talk to you the whole flight.
Yeah, the seatbelt won't work. It was giving Final Destination. I was like, oh no, this
boy.
flight is cursed.
Yeah.
because we're like on the plane at this point, and for a Lifetime movie to be on the plane, that's a big budget. We're talking about the premium budget.
Yes.
Um,
and then things start to go real wrong. The turbulence is hit because they're flying through big winter storm. and big turbulence, and they end up having to like land somewhere else because the storm is so bad. So it's going from bad to worse for her.
Look out.
Yes, for Dan's brain, let's just say it's a very small airport. Let's just say that.
Okay. Okay.
It's not. They're not landing in O'Hare. Okay.
They say it's a regional airport, no less than 10 times.
Is it GSP level small or smaller?
I don't know what GSP means, but I know what ESP means.
The airport you fly
Greenville,
into for
Greenville
Bramble
Spartanburg.
Fest.
Oh, yeah, probably that size.
Well,
Okay.
that's like
That's an international airport, technically.
Yeah, they say regional a lot in this movie. So
They want you to know they're not trying to pass it as O'Hare.
it's
or
small.
Newark or
Yes,
something.
it's a small airport.
Yeah.
Right. The passengers all get off the plane. They're, of course, upset. It's Christmas Eve, man. They got places to go, people to see, presents to deliver. And Aubrey's like walking. This guy like is talking and like knocks her phone out of her hand. And she's like, what the heck? And he's just goes off with his wife. And she's like, oh, everyone's so rude. And she's like really having a hard time because the worst has happened to her, right?
And let me play a quick game with Dan here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, guy hits her while he's walking by her. Phone drops. He yells at him. He doesn't turn around. He just keeps walking. What reason do you think it is going to be that happened?
That he didn't turn back around for his phone?
That it's for her phone. So imagine you're walking.
Okay.
You brush somebody's shoulder. Their phone drops. They yell, "Hey, you broke my phone," and you just ignore them and keep walking. What's the reason?
Is he got like a logical reason, or what's the actual thing that happens in this movie?
What's the actual thing that happens in this movie?
He's a murderer. He doesn't want to turn around.
Okay.
Okay, that's one option. Yeah,
That is one option.
All right. Good answer. Good answer. What's it? Okay, I guess we'll get to it.
We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. So Aubrey rebooks her flight for the next day. She's like kind of rude to everybody at this point. Like just her general customer service, like interaction skills really rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, I don't know if I like Aubrey.
But the
and it's
person
Christmas.
behind the desk acts like she's the nicest person in the world, which is a weird thing. She's like, "You're going to be a great aunt." And I'm like, I mean, she's fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, Aubrey also tells everybody that she's about to be an aunt, and she's very excited.
Yeah.
Or I would say aunt, but I said aunt because Brent said aunt.
Sorry.
Yeah, it just started a whole aunt train that we need to get off of immediately.
Aubrey's sister, does she get like a burner phone or something? Like her phone was broken.
Yes,
right?
she goes into the store in the airport in
The
this regional
burner
airport
phones
that
that
has
they
a burner phone.
Sell in the airport.
Yeah.
We all know him. We love
There's
him.
like a couple of options. And
I always
she's
buy
like,
one or two just in case.
Yeah, just in case. And she's like, "Which of these is better?" And he's like, "Neither." But this one will,
So one of them is
True.
then. Got it.
get the job done. I
Get you
guess.
the job done.
Because this
Until
is
you-
one of those airports that famously has terrible cell service. No service anywhere.
Classic airports. You know what I mean?
That's
no
right.
cell
Wi-Fi.
signal.
And so she sits down at the bar, the diner. I don't know what the restaurant is. And she's like, she tries to call her sister to like tell her about what's happening and
Mary,
can't
did
get
you know?
through. Mary, this is huge. And Mary's like, you won't believe where
You
I
won't
am.
believe it. Yeah. There's no room at the inn.
And so anyway, she can't get a signal, right? And so the person behind, like the bartender or whatever, is like, if you go to the car garage, you will get service.
The garage out. You'd have to go back through security out.
Well, no.
You would think so.
No
would think so.
security.
At
There's
the-
a
Does
secret.
this take place after 9/11?
There's a secret way
There's a
to
what
get
now?
in and out from the garage to the terminal itself.
Like an employee entrance?
Yes, and she shows the lady that she's like, "Don't tell anybody that
Listen,
I'm showing
it's
you
just
this."
don't tell anybody.
Just between, because there's only a few people in the airport.
Don't
now
tell
that are
anybody. Just don't
stranded.
tell
Right.
anybody. That's the key.
And so
It's a handful.
She is going to go to and from this garage to the terminal back and forth no less than 6 times. And never
right.
have to go through security again.
Wow.
Never. So
Wow.
And also like notoriously parking garages are great for cell service.
Yeah.
So
right?
good, especially the lower floors.
What you want to do is you want to start dialing when you enter the elevator.
That's right. That's the key.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really gonna just
all that cement around
Yeah,
you.
it's
makes
gonna be-
great.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And also, like the elevator, every airport I've ever been to that I can think of, the garage is like on the other side of the street.
Oh.
You know, like there's the garages, the drop-off area, the airport, and they make it seem like it's just an elevator down to the garage. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
You know, this is a very special airport.
You lost me
airport.
at, we don't get any cell signal here, but you
Go
can
to the
really
parking
get it
garage.
in the parking garage through this secret
prime.
entrance.
It's the prime place.
Eventually, she does get signal enough to find out her sister is in labor,
Yes.
and she's going to be missing the birth, or she's going to have just go meet her niece.
But like during that conversation, the you know, it's going in and out kind of, you know, and so it ends up dropping out.
I mean, all the way to
entirely.
Bethlehem from there.
I know.
It's just a crazy.
She ends up the call drops, and so she's like, hopefully she can call me back or whatever. So she's like holding her phone like really close to her. She does end up going back to the terminal and hoping for the best, basically. And we're gonna hope for the best here with the ad.
Yeah.
With the break.
Yeah. You were doing so well. We're going to hope for the best, and we'll see what happens right after this break is all you had to do.
Dang it. Would have been good. So we're back. She just, the call just dropped, but one of the things, Dan, that she noticed right before walking back into the terminal, as you do, is she noticed this like creepy van. There's like a creepy van in the garage.
Parking lot, the garage.
The garage.
Airport garage with the cell signal.
And she heard some banging sound, but it's like,
okay,
that's it. So she's like, I guess that's weird, but like, you know, what am I to do about this, basically?
It is a pull up on the side of the street and grab you van.
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
It's a classic creepy, the van that you think of when you think of creeper van.
Yeah.
That's the van.
No, I'm sure Lifetime knows how to get this right.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aubrey goes back into the terminal. She makes friends with a guy named Finn. Finn is just like making jokes and like trying to like, he can tell she's stressed out, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying to like make her feel better. He's like, let's people watch and talk about the people.
Yeah. And one of the
there's
people,
the couple.
Yeah, well, I was going to say one of the people that they talk about is that couple, the guy who hit her shoulder.
Yeah.
And
The phone
his
tank.
wife. They are like in what seems to be like a heated argument. And he like grabs her shoulders and pushes her into like a hallway area. And so he's definitely giving some killer vibes.
It doesn't seem as though he's above board.
It doesn't seem like it.
You better watch out.
And
is what
he
better
looks
watch out.
mad.
I got
He
it.
looks
Yeah.
very mad all the time. He's just like staring and like angry.
Yes, his name's John, and his wife's name is Leah.
John and Leah.
There's also an elderly lady named Vivian, and a creepy janitor.
Okay.
Who's okay? So there's lots of creepy people. It's not really making Aubrey feel better to like look at all these people.
There's
but they're all
also
suspect.
Yeah, there's also one thing that she did talk to like this one police officer at this regional airport before going through security. After the phone bump incident, she talked to this police officer, and the police officer's like, "It sounds like it's your fault, basically."
Wow.
Like,
Yeah,
he
not
didn't
helpful.
break. He didn't break it. You dropped it.
Sounds like
so. It
you
wasn't
better
helpful.
Watch out for him too.
Wasn't helpful, and so if she's gonna need a police officer, hopefully there's another one on duty.
Yeah, you would hope so. Yeah.
So Vivian sees Finn and Aubrey talking, and it's like, "Oh, hey guys, let's go get something to eat. We're gonna be here all night. Have you tried the Christmas burger? It's to die for."
The Christmas burger.
Yeah, that's all we get on it.
You don't get anything else?
No, it's like, have you ever tried it?
You don't even really see it.
No.
You don't even really see it.
What do you think it
They
is,
just
Brent?
say, I don't know. Kind of like I
I
can't.
think it's got to have lettuce and tomato.
Or red and green hatch green chili peppers with pepper jack cheese.
And crushed up peppermint.
Boo.
Let's just brainstorm.
Let's not.
Sure.
I think I got it.
Pepper jack and peppermint.
No, pepper.
Maybe it's a lamb burger. Like lamb and mint go well together, right?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lamb cause Jesus.
Yeah.
Like I bet there was one of them.
Sure. Lamb, goat cheese, mint.
Yep.
I mean, I'm back in with lamb and mint. I'm back in. Peppermint, I'm not in.
Mary had a little lamb.
Right.
Please was right.
Maybe there's like a shoestring potato fries. That's like hay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see what you're doing now.
Yeah, we're doing-
the
we're-
burger's Jesus right in the middle of that hay.
I don't.
Sure. Yeah. Away in a manger burger.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
bad. Okay, let us know in the comments.
Right. The burger is not but they do mention the Christmas
They do
burger
mention
multiple
Christmas
times.
burger.
Christmas burger.
You mentioned it multiple times. You got to cook it.
You got to cook it.
A good pepper
Right.
jack cheese would do that. There's like some red and green in there.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Aubrey goes back
Yes.
out to like check her reception, and then she hears someone banging from the
More
van.
banging and like clearly coming from the van.
From inside the van.
Yeah.
Calls coming from
Yeah.
inside the van. Yeah.
She's
Got it.
trying to call 911, but the call fails. So she goes inside. She sees that security guy from before. She's like, I can't talk to him. So she talks to the janitor. The janitor is like, oh, well, let me help you. Here, come with me. And he like touches her arm, and she does like the Jennifer Love Hewitt, like, get off of me. You know, like,
Perfect.
Stop touching me.
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I love like a good like Jennifer Love Hewitt like yelling at somebody. It's got
Are
that
you
like,
excited for
cadence.
her comeback? And I know you did last summer.
Oh my god, I can't wait!
2
I'll be there
weeks.
opening day. Is it during
It's
Bramble Fest? 'Cause
Bramblefest.
That
Opening
that
weekend.
should be our,
that would be
our
pretty
movie
fun.
date.
When
It's
do you get
Bramblefest.
That
in?
should be our movie date.
When do you get in?
He gets
get in
in that
Thursday,
morning,
Thursday.
early in that morning.
Well, we'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, we
All
don't have
right,
anything to do.
Plan it out. I'm down.
I'd love to see. I'd love.
We can't. We got the things later.
I know a midday. I know what you did last summer though.
Oh, a midday. I know what you did last summer on Thursday. That like a 3.
I don't know how
It's
it would.
tough.
I don't
There's
know if it
dinner,
would work.
5.
I don't know if it would work.
We got to move it to Friday. The problem is Friday you got registered. It's tricky. It's tricky.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Might have to do a midnight showing.
Oh, I can't do it. I got it. There's no. I'm out.
I would do a midnight. It's one. Patrick's only in town a couple times.
I'm not
a
doing
year.
this. I'm not doing this. Last year I did it. I was so tired. No, I love you, Patrick.
Oh, Dan can't hang
Hey,
out anymore.
I
Dan-
saw Twister
Oh,
for
Danny,
you
the
guys.
morning
Danny
stuff is
can't
done.
do it
The morning
anymore.
stuff's done at noon on Saturday, and there's 3 p.m. meet and greet. I bet we could do it there. There's your window.
No,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll figure it out.
I know what you did last summer.
But yeah, love that movie. So in the van, there's a girl. She's chained to the floor. She
There's a
has
girl
pigtails.
in
She's-
the van chained to the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the girl from the museum, obviously.
Yeah, Kitty Hawk.
I got to be honest. I had forgotten at this point. I was like, I wonder who that girl
Thought
is.
she was a mannequin. Maybe.
No, I forgot about the beginning of the movie. It
Oh.
was like
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
referenced.
yeah.
just
the
not
name.
Well-
very memorable.
What I love is that Aubrey, instead of just like opening the door and being like, "Are you okay? I'm gonna go get help," she like gets in the van, closes the door behind her, and is like, "Are you okay? Like, tell me what's going on. How did you get here? What's your name?" Like, I'm like, "Come on, get out of there. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Of course, the kidnapper gets in the passenger or the driver's seat.
Yes.
And you're like, he's gonna drive away. He's gonna drive away with her in the thing. No, he just like takes a call. There's a ringtone that's very distinctive.
Yes.
Not Santa Claus is coming to town, unfortunately.
No, it's just like a beady boop, scoop doop boop, beep 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 boop,
All right.
something like that. I'm gonna kidnap you. I'm gonna kidnap you. It's a song.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. It sounds like it's for
But
his
obviously,
convenience store, not the kidnapping
The
part. but
kidnapper has cell service.
They
yeah,
have cell service
somehow.
Because
How's that?
we've been a big thing about the cell phone and a big
Yeah.
thing about service.
What
and
do they
this,
got? They
this
got like an
kidnapper
extender.
has.
Yeah.
They got a Nextel. You know.
Oh, Nextel Direct Connect. That was the key.
You remember that
Yeah,
with the
oh, yeah.
walkie-talkie
For
where you're
sure.
like, "Hello."
And
Nothing
it's-
more efficient than a Nextel Direct Connect.
and it's like a big deal because like she's having trouble with her phone. It's not having very good service even in
It's
the
not having
garage. Even in the garage where it's supposed
I'm
to
not
be
having very good service. I'm
where
not
it's-
having it.
I don't need it from you right now. Even though the garage is supposed to be the prime spot for service, she's not getting it.
Okay.
And so like she's in the airport.
But the kidnapper is.
The kidnapper is, but she goes inside and she asks everybody in the terminal, "Does anybody have a phone with service?" And they're all just like, "Nope, we don't." So
And she
somebody,
also,
somebody's lying.
go ahead.
Somebody's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I love that she went in. She like called a group meeting, said, "Anybody have a phone?"
Huddle up, everybody.
Is anyone driving a white van? Did anyone drive a white van to work today?
Right?
Like,
Did anybody
come
know?
on,
Like a
man.
murdery van.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
And she's like,
Go ahead.
it's so funny. I just love that she was like, just ask the question. Just cut right to the chase. Is anybody driving this van?
And so Finn is like, what is your deal? Like, why? Like, what's like, you're very frantic right now. And so she decides, I'm going to tell Finn the truth and I'm going to go and show him the van. Okay. I think I can trust Finn. I'm going to show Finn the van. They get down to the garage. Van's gone. The van's nowhere to be found.
And
so she's like
a real doofus now.
So Finn is
does this mean she told somebody about the secret entrance without the security?
Finn knows about it now. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows now.
She promised not to tell anyone.
Yeah, but Finn.
This airport's gonna be responsible for another attack.
It is.
Once you saw Finn's blue eyes, you would take him to the.
Yeah, I'd tell him whatever he wanted to know. I got you. Okay.
And so Finn is like, well, how about we go and like look at we can talk to the cop. We can maybe see the security footage and see like where the van went or something like that. Obviously problematic because the cop hates her.
Yes.
But Finn offers him $50.
Oh, slips him a 50
to show him the footage.
Slips him a grant.
A little bribe goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
And
on Christmas Eve too.
On
like
Christmas,
that's huge. Yeah.
We go. There's no footage of the van. The parking space is empty the whole time.
As far back as the footage goes, the space is empty, Dan. So they're like, what's going on? Like, and so she, like, Finn is kind of hinting at the fact that she's just crazy, basically. It's like, but is also like,
I've seen Flight Plan. I know what's going to happen here. Finn's the bad guy. Finn's the bad guy.
Wow. Okay.
Finn's the bad guy.
That's one theory.
That's one theory.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So there's really nothing more they can do. They kind of they leave the security guard
and like, let's get back in the elevator. You know.
Yeah, they get back in the elevator, and then as they're going to the terminal, the cell phone, there's that ring again.
Yeah, she hears the ring. I'm a kidnapper. Yeah, I'm a kidnapper. Whatever the ringtone was, she hears it, and she looks down. And Finn pulls out his satellite phone and it's like, hey, yeah, we'll be there in a little bit.
Finn's got the cell service.
Finn's got the cell service.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, why did you lie about having a phone?
Liar,
and he's
like, it's unbelievable.
He's like, it's just a satellite phone. No worries. Like, whatever.
Yeah. But she's like, I'm actually not going to get off the elevator with you. I'm going to I need some time to myself, basically, like to clear my head or whatever. She goes back to the parking garage and she notices something she didn't notice before, which was a giant van covered by a sheet. And it's like, oh, maybe it's under the sheet. And it was under the sheet.
It was under the sheet. Maybe he was under the sheet.
Maybe it was under the sheet.
Yeah. You know how those tarps blend in with like the concrete.
Sheets. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And this killer had a sheet.
This movie is barely at an airport.
It's barely at an airport. It's barely Christmas as well.
It's mostly parking garage. Yeah.
Mostly parking garage. Yeah.
So Finn follows her. Of course, he's the bad guy. He's like lurking around the truck, and the security guard's there, and they're like yelling at each other, like, "We lost her. Where is she?"
Clearly, they're in on it together. The security guard, and so she runs back.
Finn and the security guard.
Yes, they're working on it together. She runs back, and she finds Vivian, old lady Vivian. Remember old lady
Viv?
She's like asleep.
Christmas burger, yeah.
Christmas burger. She's like asleep, and she's like, "Hey, come and like, I got to tell you something. Come and see." So she's telling people about the entrance left and right. She takes Vivian to the van, to the girl, and Vivian's like, "Oh my gosh, who did this? How did this happen?" Basically. And they're like, "Okay, let's go back and we'll plan on how we're going to get this girl to safety."
Okay.
Yeah. And they sneak the girl like some like supplies like to defend herself.
Yeah, she handed her like little baby scissors.
Okay. All right. Little baby scissors.
So like maybe you could do something with the baby scissors.
So Vivian and Audrey are drinking from a flask. They're talking through the suspects because Vivian likes to read those like cozy murder mystery books. So she's really getting into it. Also, she's saying everybody but herself, of course. And Aubrey starts to feel woozy, and she's like, "Ooh," and she passes out. She's been drugged by Vivian.
Vivian was in on it.
It's a strangers on a train situation. They're all in on it.
They're all in on it.
Yeah.
That's
And Aubrey
actually it.
wakes
It's
up.
just them. The other people are.
They're not just the three of them.
Got it. Just the three of them mainly.
Well, don't forget about John, guys. Don't forget about
Oh
John.
yeah, don't forget about John.
Aubrey wakes up. She's tied to a chair at an abandoned part of the airport with a school bus.
Oh yeah, no,
Right.
that's usually every airport has one.
You know the one.
Yeah. We learn, because Vivian is going to go through her villain monologue now, she explains that Finn is her son.
Oh my God.
And there's also another son, the black sheep of the family, Jason. He's in prison.
Right.
And the little girl is Jason, the prisoner's daughter.
Okay.
And they
So-
kidnapped
Vivian's
the girl.
granddaughter. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, because she was with the mom, and the mom wasn't bringing the kid over to hang out with.
Right. They were just letting this girl just explore airplane museums on Christmas Eve by herself. So clearly she should be rescued. So they're in their minds they're like, we're not the bad guys here. We're actually
Yeah,
helping her.
Yeah. No. Sure.
and their plan is to take the little girl to Canada for
Okay.
safety.
To Canada.
That's
safety.
right. And
got it.
we're gonna take it to break.
Oh, nicely done.
That one's
was way better.
I thought it
Way
was
better.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, so Dan, you said that you think that John, the guy who bumped into her, did that because he's a killer.
I thought so, but now that
So,
I immediately, when
guess
Finn was
number
like,
two.
"You're crazy," now all three of them were in on it.
Right. Guess number 2.
Mhm.
What do you think his deal is? What reason would there be for you to bump into somebody, hear them yell, "You broke my phone," and
But
just
then
keep
you
walking?
shoved your wife, right? Then he shoved his wife.
He did shove his wife.
So he's a bad human being. I want to be very clear. He's a terrible
he?
human being. Yes. But now I know for sure he's also an undercover police officer that's going to help save the day.
Oh, right. Okay, that's great. That's good.
Good second guess.
Trash human.
Good second guess. So Aubrey, of course. Well, you're thinking like Dan, oh, we're at the end of the movie, villain monologue, all
Yeah.
this stuff. No, there's more. There's still more to
Well,
come.
that's why you were
because-
asking me. I'm like, I think we already cracked it, right? The three of them, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, Aubrey breaks free from her restraints
right.
and runs back to the terminal, sees the janitor and the couple that were fighting, and is like, "Guys, they're bad. Oh my gosh, we gotta get out. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get
Get
help."
out of here, man.
And John is just looking at her, and then he turns to his wife, and then he just starts sign language. Sign language.
They start doing sign language to each other.
And she's doing sign language, and we get the subtitles, and John is deaf. That is the big reveal.
John's deaf.
He's not rude. He's just deaf.
He's just
What about
deaf.
the shoving of his wife?
He needed to get close to her so that he could read her lips.
Yes.
Hell no.
I don't know why you hate deaf people. The deaf community
First of
is
all,
coming at you.
it does not matter what your physical predisposition is. You can't shove people. You can't do it.
You shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't
shouldn't.
shove.
Especially
It's
not,
it's not a good look for you.
the very strong I'm against abuse stance that I'm taking, no matter who you are.
John being deaf was the craziest toy. It was a real Shyamalan. It was a real Shyamalan.
It really was. It really was.
doesn't matter in the grand
No.
scheme of the
At
movie,
At all.
but it was
He also
wild.
still felt bumping into her, right?
Yeah, but didn't hear her yelling. You broke my phone. He didn't know he broke her phone.
Right.
Okay. All right.
He does
So-
offer to pay for it later. Actually, the wife does, but whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, basically, we're setting John up now for a hero's journey. Okay, he's gonna go get
my
the he's getting EDA pads from the little closet. He shocks the security guard, knocks him out, and then he's like, "Me and my wife, we're gonna go and we're gonna walk to the police station from the airport and get help. And we don't have mittens, we don't have hats, we don't have coats, but we're gonna go. We're gonna risk it all.
That's right. And it's going to be great.
It's gonna be great."
Great. Awesome.
We're going to save this girl.
Yes, and one thing about the sign language, I did like that they were talking in sign language and like like actually having full conversations in sign language. It wasn't just like one person talking, the other person not. They were both talking sign language, speaking in sign language.
That's right.
So let's see. The baby happens.
Oh yeah, she gets a call from her.
Mary
Yeah, Mary has
has
baby. Has the
Jesus.
baby.
Got it.
Yes. So good.
So that's great. We love that. Everyone's walking around the airport. The ones who remain, they're looking for the little girl whose name is Chloe.
Yeah.
They're like, Chloe, where are you?
They're literally all walking around this airport, Dan, and they're all just like, Chloe,
Yes,
Chloe, where are you?
it's good.
This emptied out
That's called
ghost town of an airport. Yeah.
A stage whisper. That's a stage whisper right
Stage
there.
whisper.
Chloe.
And we get back to the magic school bus, and it's like the school bus was like stressing me out. It was just so dilapidated, and like no kids are going to be riding on this bus,
That's
It's just
right.
sitting at the airport, like normal.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
everyone knows airports are where buses go to die.
Aubrey and Vivian have like a fight in the school bus, but eventually Chloe is saved.
Yeah. Yes.
We don't need to get into all the
Man.
nitty gritty.
Yes. And at this point, Patrick thinks the movie's over.
For sure. I think it's over.
I thought the movie was over. Here's my last sentence of the recap from 2024, December 5th. The police arrive and take Vivian and the security guard into custody. Finn is MIA. 72% of kidnappings are by relatives. Merry Christmas. That's how I ended it. Okay.
And then now it just says, wait,
What
I
an
totally
end.
missed the end of this movie,
I love it.
which is great.
Yeah.
So there's
So,
a whole nother
you
like
just
7
did-
minutes.
There's a
in
whole
this
nother
movie.
part.
You didn't watch
Whole
the
nother
whole. You thought it was over and turned
he's
it off.
convinced that they didn't air it. at
Oh
the
my
end.
gosh.
That's
I
Patrick's defense here. is
mean,
that they
I'm
didn't.
not saying Patrick's wrong, but knowing the track record of how many Lifetime movies you watch, it would not surprise me
A
at
lot.
all if this was late at night and you turned it off thinking it was over.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it
okay.
could happen,
Okay.
but-
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
But I was surprised. I was like, whoa, what is going on? We go to like, it couldn't have been that much later because there's still Christmas decor. So maybe like a week or two later. How long do you leave your Christmas tree up?
Not even
We
a day after
learned-
Christmas.
Okay.
It's
Some
2
people leave
weeks-
it up a little longer.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks later, is what it says. Yeah.
So
Every
Aubrey
year I have an
keeps her
epiphany
apartment
on the
director.
26th that it needs to go down right now.
Aubrey's in her apartment. She is like just doing whatever, and then all of a sudden Finn is like right there, right behind her.
Yep.
In her apartment. And he is blaming her for his mother being in jail now, his brother being in jail now. He is like, Aubrey, we could have had a real thing. We had a connection, and you just threw it all away, and you ruined everything. And, now I'm going to kill you, basically.
So I was right at least that he was a bad guy. I nailed that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
He gets out a
You
syringe,
nailed
the
Finn
famous...
being the bad
yes.
guy.
Yeah. I saw Flight Plan.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the famous Lifetime syringe full of a mystery substance that will kill you.
Of course.
And
I just can't get over what he does here. Like he fills it with the magical drug,
Elixir, yes.
and then is like, "I'm gonna just continue having a conversation with you, and I'm gonna put it down, like on the side table, so that you can easily grab it." And she proceeds to grab it so slowly, like it's not like she leaps towards it. She's just like. Slowly reaches over and he's like, "Hey, don't do that!" And then she like throws the Christmas tree at him. It's a whole thing. He's very bad. This whole family's really bad at being bad guys.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, doesn't come natural. Doesn't come natural. And the first time I've ever seen a Christmas tree used as the weapon.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Love that. She stabs him in the heart with the syringe. He's dead. The police sirens are in the background, and that is the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie.
Wow.
You better watch out. What do we do now, Patrick?
Oh, yes. Now we either pour it up, which means we are into it, or put a cork in it, which means we are not into it. Dan will start since Dan has not seen the movie, and he's going on our description and his imagination.
So I'm torn here because the movie sounds like it's not good. And I want to be very clear. It sounds really bad. It sounds like it was just slapdash together and isn't good on any front. Having said that, I have yet to watch one of these murder Christmas movies. I got to watch Mistletoe Murders. I thought it was great. So the intrigue of Christmas tree as a weapon, Christmas Eve in an airport, is still weighing heavily for me, whereas most of what you're talking about sounds like the budget was $10. You know what? It's Christmas in July. Let's get in the Christmas spirit, everybody.
Here we go.
I'm going to pour it up. I'm going to pour it up, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Wow.
I know,
I
right?
love that.
Just here to surprise.
Okay.
Christmas miracle.
Great. Brand, what do you think?
Well, I
Since you
think,
saw
first of all, this regional airport is not decorated for Christmas nearly enough. If I've seen any Hallmark or Lifetime movie, there's just not enough Christmas decorations at this regional airport. And I think, Patrick, you would agree with me on that one.
Totally.
The kidnap, like the keeping in all of that was just not very well done. Like
Fair.
This girl being in the back of this van, she got out really easily. Like the bad guys are not good at being bad guys. And so that was interesting. But you know what? I had a good time overall. I'm pouring it up as well. Not
It's a
one of my
double.
favorites, but it was an easy breezy watch. And there were some, there was a second when I first meet Finn where I'm like, oh, he's going to be the bad guy. But then he kind of grew on me and I'm like, maybe he's not the bad guy.
So they got you there.
So when the phone goes off in the elevator, I was like, oh, all right, pretty good. I like that. And then I think that Vivian being in on it too was a little bit of a twist as well. So some good stuff in this one overall. Patrick?
Yeah, I think the difference here, what makes a good Lifetime movie from like a unwatchable Lifetime movie is that you actually like care about the characters. Like you get to know them pretty well. Like all the characters kind of have like a backstory. So that in and of itself is like an achievement for a Lifetime movie where you get like kind of a little bit of like a history of the character or whatever. And yeah, the movie was like doing things that were predictable, but then like also going like totally like out of left field with the John being deaf was just like so random. But we like to see representation, so that's great. And I thought that overall the actors, like the lead actress was really good. Like she was traumatized and like trying to save this kidnapped child, but she wasn't like freaking out the whole time. She had levels to her freakouts, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we like that. We like that. So I would say pour it up as well.
All right.
Oh, a triple pour it up,
It's a triple
guys.
pour out.
Pour up.
Pour
Not pour
up.
out. We don't have to pour it out.
Pour it out into your glass and pour
for
that out.
your homies and then pour it up.
But yeah, pour it out for the homies.
That's right.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. This was a lot of fun. Next week, we're going to be watching Dangerous Snow Day.
Dangerous Snow Day.
Dangerous Snow Day.
Man,
So coming
pour
back
it
for
up
that, that's going to be a lot of fun.
So dangerous.
Check out lifetimeoncourt.com for all of Patrick's stuff. What is Lifetime doing right now in July? They got some sort of theme?
I haven't really looked into it for July because I'm getting ready for Bramblefest.
Yeah,
so
you are.
You just
yeah,
had a
no, I
birthday
don't-
too, didn't you, Patrick? Like I feel like we
I
missed
did,
it.
yeah. I
Happy
had a
birthday,
birthday,
man.
and oh, thank you. Yep. Yeah, so I've been busy, but I've been keeping up with all the movies. They're
There you
okay.
have it.
There you go.
And you can
Lifetime-
find those where? Lifetimeoncork.com.
Lifetimeoncourt.com.
Unbelievable.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and I've been doing more YouTube, like 3-minute summaries. So check those out.
Check them out.
Love it.
Coming back next time for another one. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.